Hi, Andrea Strang here at Gallery222. We are standing in Jeff Carpenter's magnificent room. His collection is a must-see. This is his first time showing at the gallery, and I'm so glad I found you. But let's talk about your work. It's every time you look at it, you find more things to see. It's image on image. Can you just explain your work?
Well, especially in this painting and the others on that wall, there's a combination of images, and the idea comes from the fact that if you put two images together, any two images, I mean, it could be a kid and a fire hydrant, your mind involuntarily makes an implied narrative. The two talk to each other. You can't help that because we are story makers. That's the way we live our lives, by making stories about them. And if you have a wonderful memory, if you daydream it, you don't get one image, you get a flow of images. You get the panorama, you get the light in her eyes, you get the bright colors on the beach, you get the dappled sunlight on the path. And to enjoy that memory is to simply slide from one image to the next, or sometimes rub the two images up against each other. The softness of her sweater and the softness of those dappled shadows. So that's what I'm trying to evoke here. And if you put together two images in this unpredictable way, it makes a third image, the composition of that graphic altogether. So your eye is jumping back and forth involuntarily. And that's hopefully summoning that dream side of us, that subconscious side, where you get out of your day-to-day mentality and into that other way of looking at the world.
Yes, your work does transport us, that's for sure. One of my favorites is that the Valley Forge School. I love that piece.
Well, I think you really have to see it in person. But yes. I think the thing that's working really well here is that there are several different spaces that appear to be all one space until your eye goes back to that big cross, which are mullions of the window. You can tell because there are several images that are being reflected. You're seeing the girl who's at the desk. You're seeing the windows that are apparently in the room behind her, but the wall is the landscape, which is behind you, reflected in it. And then your eye is drawn back to the mullions again. Once again, hopefully that's a slightly beyond your power of control. You're involuntarily suddenly, led to that image, and you're changing parallax. You're going in, but then you're coming back out, and that's what I hope it does.
Do you ever get lost while you're painting it, or does it, for your brain, flows onto the canvas pretty easily?
I get lost in that I inhabit that space, which is not a three-dimensional, it's a four-dimensional space, right? And so it becomes its own kind of narrative, its own sanctuary where I can go and find solace every day.
Yes. Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. I do love how you mix up your color palette too. Like the sunnier scenes, I felt like those three that we're looking at now are a little brighter.
Yeah.
Is that on purpose, just with
definitely. Well, the first two are summer seaside scenes. Definitely. Well, and so's the third, but the first two were bright, cheery, actually Caribbean type palettes. And
I can see that. That's beautiful. Well, you are definitely a master of this. I don't even know. it's its own genre, right? It's just image on image. It's just, I hung it, 2 days ago, and I'm still finding things new that I did not see. So your work is fabulous. It is definitely, you need to come and see. If you are out of town or away, I can videotape it and hopefully it'll do it justice. But to be in the room with these pieces is really something special. So our hours are Wednesday through Saturday, 11 o'clock to 5 o'clock. You can shop anytime at Gallery222 Malvern.com.